Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Next up for you today we're going to be taking a look at another figure from the vintage collection, once again from Wave 2. And that's this guy here, the ever formidable Droid General Grievous. This is a kit bash of sorts, utilising various parts from the previously released Legacy Collection General Grievous. But obviously, as you can see, there are a few new parts added, and he also has a new paint job. So he's one of those figures that's just different enough to drive you crazy. Before I get on to the figure, I'm going to give you a look at the packaging that he comes in. Now, I haven't actually kept this one carded, although at some point in the near future I might have to track down another one, as this figure, in my opinion, just offers something a little bit different to the vintage cards, as the bubble is much larger than your standard vintage card. That's not the only reason I want to pick it up carded, but it just looks very cool in the packaging as well. So yeah, there's the front. And on the back you've got the original release of General Grievous back in the sneak preview line of the Revenge of the Sith assortment. I believe that was 2005, although the Cardback inaccurately lists it as being released in 2004 and running through till 2005. And then on the bottom there you've got the rest of the wave pictured as well. So there's Grievous's packaging. Give you a look at the figure now. Just trying to think of stuff to say about him. One of the things that I really like about this figure is the cape, which is what really sold me with this figure. Not only is it made out of a really nicely made material, but if you look inside, there's pockets where you can actually place lightsaber hilts, just like in the movie, which I think is very, very cool. So if you've got a few spare lightsaber hilts knocking around and you don't really want to lose them, then General Grievous's cape is the place to put them. Not only that, but also you've got the General Grievous logo on the back of the cape, which is really nicely applied and looks very, very nice overall. Really pleased with that. The cape is just an absolute bonus in my opinion, and just makes this figure look so much cooler. As I mentioned before, the figure has a completely new paint job. It's much brighter than the original Legacy Collection release, which was a much darker grey and not very nice looking at all. And the articulation for the most part is exactly the same as the Legacy Collection version, although you've got added articulation in the wrist with this one. As General Grievous should, the arms can be linked together to create either two or a four-armed formation. And articulation wise, this figure has a ball jointed neck, a ball jointed torso, ball hinged wrist, ball jointed shoulders in both places, because obviously he's got four arms in total, so you've got two ball joints on either side. He also has ball jointed elbows, swivel forearms and swivel wrists. He has a ball jointed torso, which is very nice, get him in some really cool poses with that. He also has swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. It's a fantastic figure overall, and as you can see he comes with two ignited lightsabers as well as two unlit lightsabers that are just hilts, and he comes with his trademark blaster as well, which is very, very cool. Underneath the cape, if you can do it without being too fiddly, you can actually remove Grievous's chest plates that expose his organic gut, just as seen in the film. And there's some fantastic detailing on the gut as well, so I hope you get a decent look at that. It's very, very cool in my opinion. Head sculpt's fairly accurate, and overall this General Grievous figure is just a very, very nice one. I do apologise about the light. I'm not really making this figure look fantastic. It's a bit bright, but I think you get the general idea. And overall, he's just a very, very nice figure. Really, really pleased to have picked this one up. A lot of people said, this General Grievous isn't really different enough from the Legacy version one to warrant picking it up. But as I said before, the cape really sold it with this figure for me. And hopefully I can pick up another one, as I said, to keep carded. And I also wouldn't mind getting another cape to add to the Clone Wars General Grievous, because I think that would really make him look cool. So yeah, endless possibilities with this figure. Just in case I didn't mention it as well, he has ball jointed ankles, which I've only just noticed. Try and zoom in actually so I don't get as much as that light on him as I did before. But there you go, that's General Grievous from the Vintage Collection. Looks really nice, accompanied by the Magna Guard. Definitely going to have to pick up another one of those to keep alongside Grievous, you know, have a couple of them flanking him. I think that'll look really cool. So there we go, that is General Grievous from the Vintage Collection Wave 2. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll be back with a couple more next, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.